How to take advantage of the best crypto airdrops. In this video, I'm going to give you all of the resources that you need so that you can see what is going on and then how to take advantage of them, including a step-by-step guide on exactly how to go ahead and actually qualify for some great airdrops. Timestamps for everything down in the description below, and all of the resources that I talk about, I'll link them down there as well. Firstly, what exactly are airdrops and what are the best ones to go for to try and get some, juicy free crypto, or at least some crypto airdrop to us just by doing some very simple things. What airdrops should we go for? There's a few different types. The first one is a hard fork airdrop. That is where you essentially hold a token of a coin of a blockchain, and the blockchain does a hard fork. So it actually changes and you get crypto from the new blockchain and the old blockchain. This does happen fairly often. For example, Ethereum had a hard fork and it created Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. And so you might have had two coins there that you could have used to just, basically sell the other one and then keep the one that you want. That doesn't happen too often though. And really, I wouldn't go searching for this type of airdrop. You either have it or you don't from the coins that you own. This one right here, holder airdropped. That is where you basically just get airdrop coins out of nowhere for holding another coin. Usually this happens if you have a layer 1 coin. So if you hold Ethereum or Solana or BNB or Cardano, maybe because you hold that coin, you're going to get airdropped a new coin for free. This happens fairly often too. So for example, Cardano is actually going through something right now where they're creating a new chain, and apparently Cardano holders are going to get potentially airdropped some new tokens of this new blockchain. So again, you don't really have to do anything here apart from just holding the layer 1 coin. And if you're invested in it and a new coin comes around, then there'll be what's known as a snapshot. So if you've held the coin for a certain period of time, during that snapshot, you may get airdropped a new coin. You can't really go looking for these, but if you hold the layer 1 coin, you may be in store. That's a pretty good one. Then we have rewards airdrop. This is when you essentially get airdropped tokens instantly for using something. So what can happen is a dApp or something will say, hey, if you use our application right now, we've actually got an incentive going on where you can use the application and get airdrop tokens. This is pretty good too, and you can definitely search for these as well. Now, this is also just known as incentives, where you're getting maybe free tokens for doing something or a very high reward in tokens for doing something on the application. That isn't really an airdrop, it's more of an incentive, but you are getting tokens, for doing something. That's pretty easy. I'll show you how to do all of this towards the end of this video. Then we have what's known as a usage airdrop. This is kind of the real airdrop. So this is how it works. You have a blockchain and then you have applications on that blockchain. The applications want to airdrop tokens to users. So you're using an application like an exchange or a lending borrowing protocol. You use it, you do some stuff on there, and because you used it early on before there were any tokens, when the token does come about, they're going to airdrop you some tokens. So you just get free tokens and that's worth something. And usually it's worth way more than the value that you used to use it. So that's what we're going to look at, usage airdrop tokens, where you're using a protocol early on that doesn't have a token. When the token launches, early users will get airdrops. How do we find those? We'll look at that in the next section of this video. However, please be aware of scams. Airdrops are like a big honeypot for scams because, of course, free stuff, people click links and everything, and these scams definitely exist. So really important, if you have a wallet, especially on cheaper chains like Polygon or Solana or BNB, sometimes in your wallet, you'll see this token that you didn't buy and it comes into your wallet and it says, you've received an airdrop. Go to this website, click this link, connect your wallet and you can get this free token. That is a scam, absolutely. So never ever click any links. If you get tokens in your wallet that you don't know about, they're definitely scams or phishing attempts. Never go to a site that you don't know. Never click a link to a site. Never connect your wallet to a site ever that's been in a link somewhere. Go to the website and see if it's actually something that people would use. The other thing is to use Twitter to make sure that these websites actually have a lot of followers and to actually know the brand of the website and do some more research around that. So phishing attempts happen And it's a massive issue. So don't fall for any scams and know what you're getting into before actually clicking any links or visiting any websites or using any applications. What are some tools that we can use to actually identify real airdrops? Got 3 here for you. So the first one is we're going to look at DeFi airdrops on Twitter, or X as it's known now. So there are a lot of accounts on X that are, looking at DeFi airdrops or other types of airdrops, and they're going to show you all of what's going on. So this one on X is DeFi_airdrops. There's a couple of others as well. You've got, Airdrop Detective, Airdrop Official, as you can see here. This account's pretty good though. So as you can see here, there's a list of what's going on. So it's really important to kind of know what's happening in the industry and not just look around at some really obscure airdrops, right? Because you really want to be, going for the juicy airdrops first. If you're playing around on chains that are really small and applications that are tiny, you've just got a way higher chance of getting scammed or just kind of doing something that's not going to pay back. So go for the juicy airdrops in the big chains if you can, because that's what's going to yield better results and just have a lower chance of you getting scammed or just it not working out, right? So DeFi airdrops, you can see here, they're really talking about some big apps now on Solana, so Tensor, HQ, and some others, and you can really get a feel of what's happening, right? So that's doing your own research there. You've got another one here. Now, these sites also, the way they kind of make money or at least, pay for themselves to actually make this content is every so often, there will be this kind of airdrop of what is essentially like an advert, basically. So maybe an NFT project or some other project kind of says, hey, we're going to airdrop tokens, and it's basically an advert. So just be aware that there are a lot of really great airdrops that you can take advantage of. There are also just low end adverts and promotions and things that you just don't want to be getting into. So you're going to have to make some discretion there. But that's a good website or an account on Twitter. The other right here is DeFi Llama. Now, DeFi Llama is like a DeFi website. You can go on here for free, and it is this one here. If you go into DeFi and then airdrops, this gives you a list of all of the DeFi applications that are big, but that don't have a token yet. And so most protocols, pretty much all protocols, are going to have a token at some point. I mean, that's why they're doing this, right? So what we can do is look at the TVL. So if you just click this and, search by the biggest TVL, this is the biggest TVL. TVL is the amount of money on that application. So it shows you kind of how large it is. And, when it was listed and if it doesn't have a token. Now, some of these won't have tokens because they're just not going to, because they're, not applications as such. Like this one isn't an application. But there's a lot down here that you think, okay, this may be something that we can use to try and get an airdrop. One application that just did an airdrop is this one here, and it was a very good airdrop. People made a lot of money on that. So you can look around and say, are these actually something I want to get into? Which chains are they on? So you can see this one here, it's on Ethereum. Ethereum, big protocol. So we know that this one potentially has a lot of users, and there might be a lot of money to be made in airdrops there. You can see this one, again, this is on Solana. You have a bunch of others, right? So you can look around and, maybe make a list of ones that might be pretty good for you. The other thing we can do is just search for airdrops that might be happening over time. So I've just clicked into X here and I've searched for Solana airdrops because it seems like the Solana ecosystem is going through a lot of airdrops right now. So I'm just going to do some research here and see what people are talking about. So you can see CoinDesk here. Now CoinDesk, obviously, they're not scammers. So they're going to be talking about things that are real. Solana's fastest growing decentralized finance protocol, Camino Finance, will shortly launch a points program, a contributor said Thursday, a move that sets the stage for a future token airdrop. So you can go into this. Let's just see Camino Finance. Seems legit, right? 20,000 followers almost. It's followed by people that I follow. So potentially this is not a scam or anything like that, right? So it's actually a real protocol that's maybe very new, but this doesn't have a token, right? And so that is the research that we can do and, look around to what's actually going on. We can also, look around at some other accounts that are maybe listing out potential airdrops. So just search for Solana airdrop again. Seems like this account is listing a bunch of applications on Solana that don't have tokens yet. If they don't have tokens yet, potential airdrops are coming. And so you can look around on to how to try and qualify for these airdrops and use these applications. So some tips here would be, definitely to think about which blockchain are you using and how large is it and how probable is it that these airdrops are actually real. If you're using some obscure blockchain that no one's ever heard of, or it's kind of just looks scammy, then it's really not worth it. If it's Solana, or if it's Arbitrum, or if it's some big VC-backed blockchain, they're going to be trying to do airdrops, and they've got a lot of money behind them, which is kind of where the juice is that you want to squeeze out, right? So here's some tips on actually getting your airdrop wallet set up. Firstly, you want a completely separate wallet for your airdrops. The reason being is that you are using protocols that are very new. Now, some are scams outright, and that's obviously bad. Some are going to do rug pulls, which is they've set up this application, they want to draw you in to get an airdrop, and then they just rug pull the whole thing and steal everyone's money. That is actually something that happens. And so when you're looking for airdrops, you need to make sure that you're comfortable with the amount of money that you're using. So that's number one. And then secondly, the wallets that you use have to be airdrop wallets. What I mean by that is set up a completely fresh wallet for doing airdrops. You have your investment money over in your wallet, and that never, ever attaches itself to applications. You don't do DeFi with it. You don't do airdrops with it. If you want to do an airdrop, set up a completely fresh wallet, send some money from your investment account over to this airdrop wallet, the amount that you're happy to play around with. If you do something bad or it gets rug pulled or anything, that gets taken, but your investment stuff is out to the side and it's fine. So what you can do is have airdrop funds, right, that you want to go and actually use these airdrops for. A lot of airdrops, you don't need a lot of money to be using these protocols to get airdrops. Some of airdrops, what they do is the more money that you use, you get kind of a bigger allocation, right? And so you're going to have to use your discretion into how much money that you're willing to play around with this. Because, I got an Arbitrum airdrop. Arbitrum is a huge layer 2 on Ethereum. It's not a scam. It was, very heavily backed. It's a big ecosystem. I was using applications like Aave and others, which are, they're not scams, right? These are like the kind of main DeFi protocols. So I was pretty happy to use these protocols to get that airdrop. But if I was using more unknown apps and I really wasn't sure about them, I would not be using the same amount of cash or crypto to actually use those protocols. So use your discretion, and please know the risk, because there are many here, but we can go ahead and actually try and qualify for some of these airdrops. So I'll show you a way that I would use to look at some potential airdrops and then go and actually qualify for them. So I'm going to show you with Solana here, because it seems to be Solana airdrop season as of making this video. So I've just done some research on X, and I've got a list here of protocols that don't have tokens on Solana that may have in the future, so we can try to qualify. So there's a load here, and I've been around the block a few times, so I know that Jupiter is pretty big. I know that Parcel has been around for a while. Camino Finance and Tensor seem to be in the news a little bit, that people are talking out. So just click on one of these to go and do some research on that. So Camino 2.0. By the way, I'm not kind of promoting this or saying that this is a good idea or a bad idea. I'm just showing you step by step how you might want to do it. But please do your own research. I have no idea who makes this protocol, if it's safe, what they do or anything like that. So just be safe and use an amount of money that you're willing to lose when doing this, because this is on the riskier end of things. So firstly, we contribute to Solana's lending. Okay, so firstly, I know that they have followers and they're followed by people I follow. So potentially, not a scam. This is an app that's actually working, and there's some developers here, and it's on Solana, which, to be fair, is one of the bigger blockchains. So we're going to go on to CaminoFinance.Twitter. So I'll click that, and it goes through to the application. So from here, it's a very simple borrow lend application. So to qualify for an airdrop, what you can do is actually look around online and see if there are any qualifications for an airdrop. Usually though, you just have to use the application, right? So if it's a borrow lend, you're going to have to borrow and lend some stuff, or at least lend out some stuff and get some assets on there. If it's an exchange, then you're going to have to exchange tokens, right? You're going to have some Solana, and you're going to have to exchange it for some USDC back and forth, and actually use the application, because users of the app are going to get the airdrop if and when it comes, right? Again, we don't really know what the airdrop is, how good it's going to be, or when it's going to come. All of this is kind of unknown, but for the most part, if you are an early user, even with smaller amounts, you might get some tokens. So from here, how do we use an application? Go to Connect Wallet, and it says connect your Solana wallet. So if you don't have a Solana wallet, or if you don't have any other wallet for any other blockchain, just go and search for the best wallets on that blockchain, and it's going to come up with wallets that you can use. So we need to go and download a Phantom wallet. If you need to know how to use wallets and DeFi, you're not really sure about this, check out the link below. The Crypto Investor course has 300 videos, step-by-step of getting comfortable with crypto. So how to trade crypto, how to get crypto into wallets, how to set up wallets, how to make sure all of your security is in the right place. These right here show you how to do that. We've also got a private community, which is right here. If you want to just ask me questions in here of all of the different blockchains you can see, and the community in there, you can do that as well. It's a really helpful resource. So check the link below if it's something you're interested in. What we need to do though is download a wallet, right? Because we're going to use the application. So I'm going to download Phantom. This is the kind of A1 wallet on Solana. So I've already got this. So if you don't have it, just download it for Chrome or your other browser. And then you can go and set up a wallet. So I've downloaded it for Chrome, and this is the setup process. So, you know, a Solana wallet. Do you have a wallet already, or do you want to create a new wallet? If you don't have a wallet, click Create New Wallet. Going through that process is going to give you a 12 or 24 word phrase that you have to write down. That is your wallet. So if you want to reload the wallet on another device, you just need those 12 words. Put the 12 words in, say I already have a wallet, put those 12 words in, and that's your wallet reloaded. If anyone else has those 12 words, they have your wallet and all your money. So keep it safe, because those 12 words are your wallet, and you can use them to access your money at any time on any device, as long as you can download this app. So I've already got a wallet, so I'm just going to reload it here with my words. So I already have a wallet, and I'll just enter these. I reloaded that wallet. Now I need to get some Solana into that wallet in order to go ahead and use these protocols. Now, another risk here is that when you're using protocols, you need some assets to actually go ahead and use the protocols. Well, firstly, you're going to need gas on the blockchain network that you're using to pay for transactions. On Solana, that's SOL. So I'm going to need some SOL. The risk here is that you are buying risky assets. Solana price is massively volatile. That's been going up recently. It went down a lot from the all-time high. And so even owning these assets, you have no real guarantee that the airdrop that you're going to get is bigger than the amount that you're putting in. Now, usually it is the case. Usually you have to, do some things with assets and, move them around, and you get a decent airdrop, but you just don't know, right? So that's one of the risks, is that you're going to have to buy some risk assets and use these. Now, what you could also do is maybe use stable coins, especially on a borrow lend protocol. You can maybe just lend out some USDC or something like that, and no problem. But just there are risks involved here, right? So just be aware of that and go in with your eyes open. So what I'm going to do is just withdraw some Solana from an exchange and get that into the Phantom wallet. So we'll use BitGet here. So I'm just going to get my Phantom wallet up, and it's going to say, right, I've got some Solana here. So I'm just going to click on Solana, and then I'm going to go deposit. And this is my wallet address. So I'm going to copy that. That's the address that I'm sending to, which is my wallet. So I'm going to go to BitGet here, crypto, Solana, and then withdraw that to my wallet address. I'm just going to paste that in here. And I'm using the Solana blockchain. I can just press next and withdraw that from the centralized exchange. So you don't have to use BitGet, but wherever you buy crypto, you're going to have to buy that crypto and then send it out to the wallet, so you have some funds to try and get airdrops. I'll leave a link to BitGet below. You can get a deposit and trading bonus if you're new, so you can check the details and if that's available for you via the link down in the description. From here, we have to go ahead and use the protocol, because the way an airdrop works is you need some history in the wallet that you're using, and then they take a snapshot of all of the wallets that did the thing that qualifies for the airdrop. So on a borrow lending protocol, it's probably that you have to have positions open throughout some period in time where they're taking the snapshot for that airdrop. If it's an exchange, you're going to have used that exchange throughout that period, and potentially the more times that you exchange, or the more money that you exchange in terms of trade volume, you're going to get more and more airdrop. There's many risks here. Firstly, you may not want to actually put a lot of money here to lend, right? There can be hacks and potential problems with the protocol. For trading, if you're doing a lot of wash trading and everything like that, you're just paying fees all of the time, which takes your money down before an airdrop. You don't know what the airdrop's going to be. So there's many risks here and unknowns here, which I just want you to be aware of. But for right here, if we just want to use a protocol, connect your wallet now. We've got Phantom Wallet, so we'll connect that. Do you want to connect to this site? You can press yes. Now you're connected. You can go ahead and use the application. So I've got some money in my Solana, money in my wallet right here. Supply. You can supply a little bit of it. Just press deposit here and that goes through. So you can see you're getting a yield right here, but it's coming from basically Bonk token, which is, meme coin. So it's a bit of a joke, right? So look, there's many things here that, just very uncomfortable for a lot of people, but the airdrops, are a potential. And so that's how you would do it. Download the wallet, use the application in some way. It doesn't have to be a huge ton of money, but you may want to use this because those airdrops do come and they can be decent as rewards. And they're certainly going to be, great in terms of getting some tokens that you don't have to take much risk for, versus just trying to trade. So that's how airdrops work. If you want to know how to use exchanges, buy crypto, set up wallets, I'll leave some helpful videos down in the description. The Crypto Investor course has all of that as well if you're interested in that. I'm James, this is MoneyTG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.